Thousands of visitors pour into the compact valley and other front country areas during summer to hike, camp, ride horses and fish, but mainly to relax. The crowds and congestion in some developed areas would seem to compromise the park's wilderness qualities, but solitude can still be found just moments away in Yosemite Valley, and particularly the northern and southern reaches of the park. Developed areas occupy only a small fraction of the geography within the park. About 95% is backcountry. Its skyline is formed by the sharp-profiled rock pinnacles that rise high above snow and tree line. Its vast expanses of bare rocks, scrubbed and polished by glaciers, are swept by wind and burnished by a white sun. Earlier generations traveled the high country by way of the Great Sierra Wagon Road. A small portion of the original steep and narrow winding road remains open off the main route. It was constructed as a mining road a century ago. Today, rebuilt and redesigned, the Tioga Road is the highest Trans-Sierra road crossing, reaching an elevation of almost 10,000 feet at Tioga Pass. It has numerous turnouts and overlooks to view the scenery. At many vista points are interpretive exhibits that explain the spectacular features and phenomena. The high country, as well as the valley, is a living laboratory offering many views of nature's geologic designs. No Sierra landscape holds anything truly dead or dull. No other mountains are so alluring, none so hospitable, kindly, tenderly inspiring. They're given like the gospel, without money and without price. Mount Lyell, the highest point in the park at 13,114 feet, was a center from which the glaciers descended in the ice ages. Today, frozen masses move silently in the mountain's shaded ridges. They are new, reborn ice bodies, having formed only during the Little Ice Age, within the last 2,000 to 3,000 years. There is a spectacular display of features and phenomena left by past. And operates a large campground in a remarkable natural setting and laboratory of plant and animal life that reflects the National Park Service's concept of allowing natural processes to prevail. The programs provide opportunities for all interested people to gain field knowledge. The plant and animal communities and their adaptation to Tuolumne's subalpine environment, the geological forces that have shaped Yosemite's spectacular topography, and the human history of a bygone era are explained by experienced ranger naturalists. The interpretive services assume an increasingly vital role as visitation increases. offering a critical link to promote the delicate dynamic balance between the park's inherent resources and the people using them. From them grow a heightened awareness and appreciation of park resources and the intangible values they represent. This area is a major starting point for hikes and pack trips into the backcountry. The mountains are calling me, and I must go. It is a century and more since John Muir heard the siren song of the shining granite peaks. Today, hikers are answering the lure of the wildland in ever-increasing numbers. Despite the encroachment of civilization, the land remains wild and must be respected. Paradoxically, the land is vulnerable, fragile. Leaving established trails is not only unsafe for the hiker, but also damages delicate plants and creates unsightly paths. To protect the backcountry from overuse, a wilderness permit system has been established to help safeguard its ecological character. In 1913, automobiles began to replace the stagecoach as a means of entry into the park, enabling new generations of visitors from all over the world to travel in less time with more comfort. Today, there are more than 2.5 million visitors annually. Under the park's general management plan, the National Park Service has already taken steps to reduce traffic congestion. Asphalt and concrete. A car is a jarring element in nature. Free shuttle buses are now available in Yosemite Valley to reduce traffic. The buses offer a partial solution to the problem of congestion and impact. The long-range goal is eventually to remove all private automobiles from Yosemite Valley and Mariposa Grove. Yosemite Lodge, unobtrusively nestled in a sylvan environment at the base of Yosemite Falls, is a unique concept in national park architecture with its use of wood, glass, and open spaces. Its landscaping includes a variety of indigenous trees, shrubs, and wildflowers. In accordance with the National Park Service's effort to reduce traffic congestion, while allowing full enjoyment of the park, Yosemite Park and Curry Company offers numerous alternatives to the use of automobiles. Bicycling is a favored way to combine sightseeing and exercise. Several miles of bicycle paths, free from automobile traffic, are presently provided. Ultimately, many more will be available. Seeing Yosemite by horseback is a special experience for all ages. A trail to quiet adventure amid tall pines and open meadow. Trams permit leisurely and unobstructed views of the surroundings while providing tours through the valley and the Mariposa Grove. Hiking or just walking allows ample time for enjoyment of Cathedral Peak was ascended alone, without a rope, by John Muir in 1869. George Anderson, a sailor turned mountain man, was the first to climb Half Dome in 1875, barefoot, using only ropes and eye bolts of his own manufacture. Today, climbers ascend the vertical world of Yosemite with improved equipment and a technique developed far beyond the expectations of an earlier age. Only a few tools are used, tools that leave behind the same natural environment for succeeding parties of climbers. In an increasingly popular sport, climbers consider the cumulative effect of their actions upon a setting that is a non-renewable source. The special characteristics of Yosemite's granite poses special challenges. Nowhere else in the world is the rock so exfoliated, glacier polished, and devoid of handholds. Most of the climbing is on flakes. The climbing lines follow vertical crack systems, and almost every handhold is a vertical one. Personal challenge and the unknown are the lures of the sheer precipices. A new perspective of adaptation to the environment is gained, and the limits of one's own ability is tested. Somehow the strength and serenity of the rock is absorbed, and from the training grounds of Yosemite go forth new generations of alpinists to the most difficult walls in the high mountains of the world. Park visitor centers offer information and assistance. Among their many services are orientation programs, exhibits, naturalist hikes and programs, cultural demonstrations, wilderness permits, and current information on roads, weather, trails, and camping. The Yosemite Natural History Association is an educational nonprofit organization dedicated to the interpretation of the natural and human history of the park. Supporting the interpretive program of the National Park Service, it serves visitors through the publication and sale of interpretive literature and an extensive program of field seminars, classes, and special activities. Shine overhead, cool shadows beneath, light filtered and strained in passing through the ripe leaves, like that which passes through colored windows. The falls, too, are quiet. No wind stirs, and the whole valley floor is a mosaic of greens and purples, yellows and reds. Even the rocks seem strangely soft and mellow, as if they, too, had ripened. Yosemite is a year-round experience. one must return again and again to behold its infinite range. Cover meadows in early morning, promising that even though there is comfort for the moment, the storms of winter will soon reclaim the mountains with snow. The clouds, drooping and condensing in brooding silence, seem to be thoughtfully examining the forests and streams with reference to the work that lies ahead.